Well, welcome to Frog Hair Farm. This isn't Frog Hair Farm though. I happen to be on a trip to Italy and visiting a farm today in Tuscany. And this particular place is about 300 acres. Very vertically integrated. It's a very interesting operation. 4 generations of family involved. And they've got around 100 acres of wine grape vines and about 100 acres of olive trees. And then the remainder is pasture, wheat, hay ground. And it's really interesting to see how they do it here, because they're not only growing the crops, but they are also, making the wine and the olive oil from the olives. So I happen to be standing around some of their thousands of trees here. But it's an interesting operation. They happen to have an event space here too. Everything that they serve is grown here on site and all organic, every bit of it. So their grapes, olives, vegetables, and naturally their beef as a result of lack of use of chemical. So it's something I just thought I'd show you a little bit. Maybe I'll cut into some scenery here, a little different than Kansas. So first of all, there's olive trees everywhere. You can see in the distance there some of the vineyards. So they've got it broken down to about 100 acres of wine grape vineyards, and about 100 acres of olive trees, and then some wheat, and then they've got pasture and hay ground for their cattle. But the vertical integration comes in when they not only do they grow the grapes here, but they make those into wine. Coming around this corner here, this is the winery, and those are pallets of bottles under the shed roof there. But I find the idea of the vertical integration really interesting and smart. Their equipment, a lot of it's similar to what we have. That little tractor's an interesting unit. But about half their units are vineyard tractors, and you can see why. And then they've got some bigger machines that are, for their cropping and cattle. There's very little flat ground, and they do use some crawler tractors too. So, but anywhere you can plant an olive tree, they've got an olive tree. And of course they harvest the olives and make their own olive oil as well. So they're not selling, to someone else and then to a manufacturer. They're basically, as much as possible, using the product they grow to build the end product. It's also an organic operation, so they're not using chemicals and so forth here. That's their cattle barn over there, and machine shed here. So you get some idea of what they are. A lot of it's similar to what we have. The end of those grapevine rows is artichokes. So when I'm talking about vertically integrated, it's also multiple streams of income. So for instance, the wheat that they grow here, they make their own pasta sell it direct to consumer as well as other places. They grow organic lentil, package and sell that again direct and through distributors. It's an interesting operation. Honeybees, again, packaged and sold both direct into distributors. Then olive oil, which is pressed, bottled, and again sold direct and so forth. So it's an interesting thing how they've developed multiple streams of income, and then they are controlling that process and the margins throughout. Clearly it's a labor intensive operation. However, they're also retaining the fruit of that labor really throughout. So I find it interesting. That's for sure. I think there's a lot to be said for it. Anyway, that's frog here from Italy. See you later.